What is up, YouTube family? Welcome back to another video. If you're new, my name is Zinal. If you're returning, then welcome back. Now, this is a different type of video. It is the show day. So my first ever WNBF men's physique. I did the debut division as well as the novice level division in Vancouver. It was a lot of fun. I'll place all the clips right now, and that way you can take a look and see basically photos and anything that I have from that day. And I'm sorry if I don't have too much behind the scenes. There was a lot happening. There's a lot happening that day, and I think they banned any sort of filming, so I didn't even want to pull up my phone or film anything backstage. Just without further ado, take a look at the footage, and I'll talk to y'all and give you a briefing right afterwards. All right, so wow, I feel like I still have the tan going a bit right on my face, even my neck. Not so much on my chest, but as you can see, the tan has sort of faded. And it's been a great couple days since the show, which I'll talk about afterwards, but I'll first explain how it went on show day. It started at 8 a.m. on Saturday, May the 2nd, which was my birthday. And birthday was great. Thanks for asking. And yeah, showed up early. Made sure I had room to practice posing, because the day before there was a whole 180 on how you're supposed to pose for the WNBF men's physique. Everything I learned, I had to relearn within that 24-hour period of learning or being told the routine changed. So at 8 a.m., I'm waking up. The event starts. I'm waking up. I'm now getting ready, heading over to North Vancouver. I've got the tan already. I've got the board shorts ready. I've got the number 53 ready. And yeah, it was game day. Last Saturday was game day, or May 2nd was game day. I didn't know what to expect, so I just practiced outside. Got a good additional vitamin D tan from the sun, as well as the coating. Shout out to Tan Lewis, 12 noon by the time. I'm very thankful my friends came, and they were there, and they showed up, watched me go on stage. It was a roller coaster of events. The men's physique division started at 1 p.m. and I started heading downstairs at about 12:55, 12. So there wasn't much time to pump up, get the touch-ups for the tan. That's what a lot of the competitors do. They get touch-ups to have an extra gloss on the pecs or wherever you need to shine the hardest or the most. So I had maybe some touch-up on my chest, just in the middle here. Not much of a gloss guy, but I think next time it's necessary to separate yourself and have more definition, I guess. So I went downstairs around 12:50, and anytime I went for a dumbbell, and another competitor was mentioning to me, "Hey, that's mine." I'm doing the lateral raises with them, not you. So I just stopped. I thought the weight's for everyone, man. So I just let the weight go. I did my own chest, sort of like a triangle push-up on a lifted bench. You know, get like a incline push, decline push, and regular push to pump up the chest a little bit, get the delts, you know, blood flowing, and triceps as well. Try to get the mind muscle connection for your back, everything. What I learned, guys, is show up early downstairs, backstage, wherever, and try to get that pump. Make sure you're bringing rice cakes downstairs. I had goldfish crackers, which were good. There were it was quite a bit of fat in each cracker, so it filled me up. And excuse the burping, guys. I just had my dinner. So it was chicken breasts, broccoli, rice, and then I can't lie to you, I had a cookie, chocolate chip cookie. It's so hard to resist. But yeah, I'll get into the post-show eating disorder soon. But yeah, so I'm jumping around a lot. I got the pump up. It's around 1:05, 1:10 p.m. And I was part of one of the first divisions to go on stage, called the True Debut. So I went on stage. At first, they called us up. Everyone lines up, you know, to get on stage. That's when the butterfly, or not even butterflies. What am I saying? Butterflies. It's more like moths. Because now I'm like worried. Do I remember my routine? Do I not? Am I gonna freeze on stage? Am I gonna trip and fall? Am I gonna know how to pose? Do I know how to flex my lats? Is there a mind muscle connection involved? There's so many like thoughts that you could have going into these things. But to be honest, man, I just sort of just let it happen. Let all the emotions just fill your body. Understand that's all normal. So I try to tell myself this, that sure, I could think of a million scenarios, and there's always so many thought processes. And sorry about the background noise, guys. It's atmospheric sounds, of course, in this city. That's what I call it, atmospheric. Or, yeah, I can name a lot of more harsh terms for this, but yeah. I was getting anxiety, man. I normally don't get anxiety too much, but I start to think, hey, like, am I really doing this right now? Do I know what I'm doing? Am I just stepping on stage? Like all of my, you know, closest friends are in the stands, like watching this. My family is like watching the live stream. I posted about this on my social media every single day, saying I'm excited. I was saying on social media, on Instagram, to the other competitors, bring your best package. I wasn't hyping it up, but I was building it. So, guys, if you're building stuff up, just be ready for the outcome. And I was well aware of the outcome going into the show. I knew that there was a possibility where I just make a massive fool out of myself, and that's just how it is, guys. Whenever you put yourself forward and do anything that takes, I don't want to say the words bravery, but like you have to sort of put yourself out there and be ready for, you know, literal judges to critique the way you look, your years of hard work. In this case, every single rep, every single set, every single rest day, every single calorie, everything I put into whatever this is. Oh wow, I'm getting a pump for no reason. I'm just talking to you guys. Is for this day. And I'm having all these thoughts right before I'm about to step on stage with I think it was 8 competitors for debut. So we walk out on stage. Initially, I walked, so I was one of the last ones to come out. I walked to the middle. So what they do is they have you walk to the middle of the stage. They have you do your one pose, where it's your front-facing pose. You just show off your obliques, your abs, your shoulders, your delts, do the men's physique pose, and then you go right back to the line with everyone else. So what I did, how it was someone walks out, go to the line. Someone walks out, go to the line, go to the line. So it was like this the entire time. But when I walked out, it was go to the middle, and it was filled up over here. So I walked over. I was like, wait, this doesn't feel right. So then I remembered, or even thought to myself, hey, what are you thinking? What are you doing? Go over here, opposite side. So I ran from that side to the other side and looked like a fool. But other than that, debut went good. In my mind, they moved me straight to center stage. I was dead center for the entire routine. And normally, when it comes to all these, the NPC, IFBB, Olympia, Arnold, any of these shows, if you're getting moved to the middle, that means you're center stage, and center stage signifies you are number one. That's what it's supposed to mean. I was on top of the world. I was on top of the world, guys. I was feeling it. I thought I was him for a moment. I was like, whoa, this is what it feels like to be number one or something? I guess, right? They move you to the middle. Normally that's called center stage. There's a term for it. But once we got off stage, I talked to a few people backstage, and I was like, hey, I got center stage. And they're like, no, man, like, it doesn't mean much. Trust me. And I'm like, on cloud nine, I'm like, yeah. All right, the show's done. Show's over, right? Go home now. No, motherfucker. There was so much more to come. So afterwards, I went out. Debut's done. I'm downstairs eating more goldfish crackers because it just back to the stage, go backstage, back to the actual stage, go backstage, get the pump, get the goldfish, go back on stage. And there's no specific time. It's just whenever the following class is all complete. So I had debut and novice that I was competing in. In between was the open category. So they have short, medium, I guess, and tall. That took ages. They had so many competitors on the stage for that. It was unreal. The wait time, the pump was going away. Goldfish crackers were on low. How many calories am I eating? It was a disaster backstage. I tell you, it's such a disaster, guys. You need preparation, and maybe I'm over exaggerating, but I needed more carbs. I felt more atmospheric sounds. That's like, no, you got the whole I'll probably cut this part. Okay, so what was I saying before I was rudely interrupted? Actually, no, that's fucked up because someone could be dying. Hope they're doing okay. So, pumping up, sitting on the bench in the backstage room, getting all the blood pumping into the vessels and the muscles and the shoulders. Literally, I was focusing on shoulders and biceps downstairs. I think in the future I'll pump up a little bit differently, but I'm just gonna close this door. Why is it even open? Okay, that's a little bit better. Oh, lighting is kind of nice here too. All right, so got the pump. Got called on stage for novice. There was about 6 or 7 of us. I think it was 7. There was quite a few people on stage. And I was thinking to myself, what all the guys did right before we got on stage, I could tell, we're all relatively novice. We're in the novice category. So I was like, I don't know. I said this to them. I said, guys, I know we're all up against each other, but it's honestly quite impressive that we made it this far. And when I was saying that, I was like, wow, am I really a winner if I'm saying that we've made it this far? Because now, like, you got to win, right? Like, so, but you just try to keep the spirits high, right? Like, everyone's super anxious. I'm anxious. So, and I tend to like to just speak my mind. So I was like, yeah, All right, we put our hands in. We're like, all right, guys, let's do this. Hands up. Went on stage. Our novice was something else. That was the longest posing I have ever done. I cramped on stage 3 or 4 times. So with WNBF, they have you do these quarter turns and hold the quarter turn. So you do your pose, right? Your pose, like, I guess you turn, do your pose again, turn again, your back's facing, do the lat spread pose, and then just keep rotating, basically. It was intense. Like, at one point, my elbow was pressing. I was pressing against the competitor next to me, and he was pressing against me. We were just going back and forth because we had to, right? We had to hold our ground. I was cramping up. I was blacking out because I don't have too much memory of the stage. I just remember hitting my poses and standing upright, keeping a smile. Not much else to think about. So novice was fun. It really took a lot out of me. I think I got dehydrated because I don't think I mentioned as well, but there's no water intake when you're hitting the stage. There's maybe a few sips if you need it, but in order to maintain a dry look, meaning your muscles have striated like lines, you need to not drink as much water. It kind of deflates the skin to your muscle. And imagine it's like taking air out of a balloon and there's a muscle underneath. So you're seeing more of the striations and less puffiness, I guess, if I were to explain it. Yeah, we're not puffer fishes, if that's what you're thinking. This wasn't a Finding Nemo men's physique competition. All right, what am I saying? Move on. So we got on stage. I promise you it was about 6 to 8 minutes of posing on the stage. It was a long while. And that adds up when you're constantly flexing, no water. So I wasn't in the middle for novice, and I was more to the side. I was a little heartbroken. I was thinking to myself, if I was able to get center stage in debut, and I'm not center stage for this, that means I'm not placing. I'm gonna get last on novice, but I might get first on debut. So I was thinking to myself, I'll just wait for the results. About half an hour later, we get called up for the box walk, which is basically, they call your number. So my number's 53. You get called to walk out onto the stage and do your 4 poses. So they're basically just the men's physique poses where you lat spread, have one arm out, and you hit it 4 times basically on stage and walk off the stage. Followed by that, it was the medal ceremony. What the hell was that? Okay, so medal ceremony, that's when everything, my world flipped upside down. Okay, what happened was they called the debut first, and with the debut we went first, and there's 6 of us. I didn't even realize that at this point any world where I wouldn't have been first, because I was first center stage. That's usually how it works. So we line up to go get the medals. They're like, 42, 51, 41, 39, 61, 53, in that order. So that's 6 numbers. I was at the very back. And I was like, okay, yeah, making it interesting, eh? I know I'm number 53, but you keep me at the back. Yeah, I know you want me in the middle, right? Or in the front. That's fine. I'll play along. I know I'm first. So they call you out to go on to the stage. As we're all going on the stage, first guy goes out, second guy goes out, third guy goes out, fourth goes out, fifth goes out. As I'm about to walk on stage, hard stop. Whoever it was who worked at I don't know their position name, but they just put their arm out and said, "You stay here. You got 6th. You didn't even place." And my world was shattered. I was so unbelievably taken back. I don't even know if taken back is the right term. I was just surprised. To be honest, I thought I got first because in that whole debut I was in the middle, center stage. Everything I've known up until that day was, if you're center stage, then you won. Nope, I got dead last. So I just stood there. They gave me a medal, and it's a smaller medal. Doesn't say anything on the back. Says just WNBF. I walked away. I had to. I'm not gonna stay on stage. I got last. One of the workers walks up to me and says, she does one of these. It's like, I think she mentioned how she got last as well, and it's okay, which I appreciated. Honestly, that was nice of her. I wasn't sad, but I was so shocked. Yeah, so I got last. Following that, I went back downstairs to the pump up area backstage. Ate more goldfish crackers. I was stress eating at this point now. I wasn't even pumping up. I was just sitting on the bench eating these goldfish crackers, pizza flavor. Those do sound good right now. Okay, so went back downstairs. As I was walking downstairs, I had my medal in hand, or I even put it on my neck, and I was just saying to everyone, like, I wasn't sad, but I was more so just taking it in. I mentioned, I held it up. I was like, guys, I got dead last. Like I mentioned it. I was laughing about it with a few guys, because like, just what are you supposed to do? Like, I was center stage. Who knew that would mean dead last? So, and I've been working out. I tried, right? I tried my hardest. It's that I know sometimes it may seem like I don't take, this competition serious or anything, but I really did. I put my heart and soul into this prep. I followed everything by the T. I was carb depleted, no water. I tried, so solid up, whatever. A few minutes later, there's more placings. I was like, in my mind, should I even be here? If I got last in the debut category, why would I get any placing in my novice category? I waited. I just chilled, watched all the competitors get their medals. It was nice because I saw some people I had conversations with that got first, some that got last. So it was interesting to see, like, just the variety of medals going around, and some people were very competitive, some were just there for fun. It's I loved being in that environment. I'll be honest, I loved it. I'm honestly a very competitive person when it comes to, I don't know, I guess an example is like video games, or in this case, bodybuilding. Now, it's fun to see where you're at and place and have some level of skill involved, or yeah. So for the novice category, I got lined up with 6 or 7 people. I forgot, probably 7, and 5 of us were on the stage. I was one of them, so I knew I placed, and I was happy about that. A few moments later, we're all holding our men's physique pose. They start giving medals for top 5. So the 5th place didn't get a medal, or they got a medal, 5th place. And I noticed there's 3 boxes in front of us that other classes were using to get their medals for top 3. So 5th place got their medal, 4th place got their medal, and they started calling people up to the line. Or wait, sorry, I blacked out when I was on stage. So they call people up to the line to get their medals. So we started off on the back line, and then they call numbers up to the front line to get your medals. So 5th place first, or moves up first, and then 4th place afterwards. 3rd place, or like in 3rd place, they called my name. Yeah, got 3rd place, guys. So I was shocked. I didn't know what to believe. I just knew to believe to walk a few steps in front. That way I could get my medal at least. So I stood on the line in front, said thank you, shook their hand. I think it's the president of WNBF. He put a medal on me, and I just held my pose, smiled. Same thing I did on debut, same thing I did the whole day. Just held the pose, this time with a 3rd place medal. So they gave the medal to the 2nd place and then the 1st place as well. Had all three of us right in the middle, and then 4th and 5th. Shortly after, they tell 4th and 5th to get off the stage. So they removed the 4th and 5th away from the stage. That way, just us 3 in the middle. And at that point, I was the happiest. Some people might think, oh, why? You got 3rd. No. Like, yes, okay, you're right. I did get 3rd. The only thing is, I'm happy with that. Guys, this is my first show ever. And it was a lot of fun. I'm glad I did it. There was many moments where I thought to myself, why am I even doing this? It's my birthday, and why would I want to ruin it by going into a competition where they grade your physique? It's because, guys, this is something I don't know. I guess I wanted to try this at one point, and I did. So there's not much to it. I just wanted to try it, and I'm glad I did. Yeah, I was super happy with the way they judged us. 2nd place had a good physique as well. His posing was a lot better than mine. 1st place, he did super well. Killed it. 3rd place, your boy, I did well too. I honestly did pretty well. I'm happy with myself for the way I posed and everything. I just stood on stage, got my 3rd place medal, and after receiving last on the debut, yeah. Just all I have to say for all this is the most crazy things can happen if you just put a little bit of effort. Just a little bit. I didn't even know about the show 3-4 weeks ago now. And I'm glad I signed up, and big shout out to my buddy Sunder as well. He did help me with coaching. We worked together for about a few weeks. I didn't necessarily hire him as a coach. He was a buddy of mine that I would run ideas by, and he would kind of shine some light on a few areas that I need to work on, or I should work on. Just bounce ideas back and forth. But yeah, that was phenomenal. Met some cool people. Met some uncool people. Got my medal. Walked back up to the surface where I could breathe. Met up with all my close friends that are waiting for me outside the staircase. And yeah, it was insane. It was being live streamed. I forgot about that. I called my brother, and he was watching the entire thing. He didn't even know what to believe, like, since I got last and then 3rd. Yeah. So afterwards, the rest has been just a blur. That day we had sushi, a big group of my friends, and donuts. It was my birthday, so I treated myself. And yeah, that was basically the whole day. afterwards. I had some pizza. That was a good day. Yeah. That was I'll never forget that day. Never. And I'll never forget the days following after. So I had pizza the next day, I think. I had Panago. I'll insert a few clips of me eating right now. Yeah. This week I've been sort of treating myself just slightly. I bought cream of rice, so I'm going to be eating cream of rice probably daily. It does help with the sweet tooth cravings that I have going on right now, so I'm going to try to reverse diet a bit. I have been indulging in cookies and donuts maybe a few times this week. Just a few, not a lot. Maybe a few, a lot. But yeah, I'm heading back on track. And it's time to really lock in again. And yeah, so that concludes the show day story time. And I'm sorry, guys, I didn't have more footage for you. It's hard. It's hard to film when there's so much going on. I was just trying to be in the moment and focusing on winning and being there for the people that were there for me that day and not so much film. But now that I have the experience, now that I have the... Guys, I keep looking at my pump. Like, what is this? Holy shit. Alright, so yeah, as you can tell, I competed, so... Yeah. With all that experience, and I'm grateful. If I got double last place that day, maybe my mindset would have been different. But now, every time I work out now, and every time I'm eating, I'm thinking about that stage again. Try not to let it eat at me, but I do want to hit the stage. I don't know if I'll hit the stage again this year. I really don't. I want to. It would be almost... I don't want to say the word is reckless, but almost too recreational at that point. Since I know where I stand, and I cut down pretty far, guys, like low 130s. I didn't even have... Like, my abs were nice. They were good. They were definitely there. My obliques were there. My chest, everything looked defined, shoulders, but it's just a matter of sheer size. I think I need to just put on a bit more size, not even that much, and I know where to put... I mean, I don't know where to put the size on, but I'm gonna try to just lift a little more, eat a bit more, not overdo it, just put on some size on my biceps, you know. And yeah, all I gotta say is I'm looking forward to the next time I hit the stage. I can't give you a definitive day when that will be, but just know it will happen again in the future. And guys, I'm taking you with me throughout the entire journey. I hope so, at least. And I hope you'll be watching. That concludes the show day video, guys. And I couldn't be more happy with the outcome. I couldn't be more happy with everyone who supported me this far. It was a good learning experience. I came in as strong as I could be. I dieted as hard as I could with the amount of time I had. I learned the posing as much as I could before showtime. And that's it. I left it all on the stage that day. Gave it all I had. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, guys. Yeah. Alright, and then I guess I'll update you on the eating. So yeah, since I've been eating donuts, cookies, and all the good treats, I'm trying not to, but I had a YVR cookie, I had Panago pizza, as I mentioned. I had a few cookies. I had one baked cookie. It wasn't that good. Like, I feel like as a bodybuilder or mindset, it's you really have to enjoy what you're eating now, because we think so it's all numbers now. It's kind of messed up. It's an eating disorder mixed with a mental health issue. And I'm not trying to downplay other mental health issues or disorders or eating disorders or people who have those things. I would say, as someone who's competed, I will have to mention it is followed up with an eating disorder. I think as long as you've hit the stage and you've gone into full depletion mode where you don't even have carbs, your brain chemistry now works a little bit different. And when you view food, it's sort of like a survival aspect. And there's a science behind this, basically, where you starve yourself for so long and then you have access to food. There's no end to your stomach just wanting more and more and more, like filling up. It's to hold on to all the food you can until you're sick, and it's a never-ending cycle. That's just how it is when you diet so long. So this past week I've been trying to combat that I've been trying to combat it every single day. It's tough. And then the mental aspect of it, like where you're thinking, now I'm thinking about the stage, the macros, the exact, not even protein, but now carbs. Like, am I getting the right glycogen or glucose from the carbs and the fats? And am I able to fit in a few cookies on a certain day? Lean bulks, cutting more shows. There's so many things happening, and then that's just the fitness aspect of your life or my life. There's obviously many other things happening as well, or I shouldn't even say obvious. So far, it may just seem like fitness is my life, and that's kind of what it is. But yeah, all I have to say is I'll keep you guys updated. But I'm so damn glad I did that show, and even though I think about cookies, and I'm being dead serious, I really do think about food most of my day right now. So it's kind of a struggle to go back to regular life without a goal and not be in a full deficit. I think, yeah, so it's all about right now just routine and trying to get back into some sort of process goal where I'm tracking I'm still tracking macros. I'm not really just intuitively eating. Yeah, I'm reverse dieting essentially right now, so I'm trying to eat around maintenance, if not a little bit less. And then shortly after, maybe in a few months, I'm going to lean bulk, and I'll take you guys through that entire process. Thank you for watching. The video is now over. Show day was a success, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.